Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again, and today we'll be looking at another DAC. We have the FX Audio FX03, and this is a desktop DAC with only one input and one set of analog outputs. On the front side, we have a few LEDs, a power LED, a PCM LED, and a DSD LED. So the power one will turn on when it has power. The PCM and DSD LEDs will turn on depending on what kind of file you're sending over to the DAC. On the back of the unit, we have one USB-C port, and that is for data as well as power, and one set of RCA analog outs. And that's pretty much it. The main thing that'll get your attention out of this DAC, regularly at $49 and now on Amazon and at Hi-Fi College for $44, is its build quality. It's solid aluminum, reminiscent of the SMSL SU-1 that I have here, but at a price point closer to the SMSL PS100. The PS100 can be found at around $30, and it does have an all-plastic construction. The PS100 has a Sabre DAC, the ES9023, whereas the FX03 has a Sabre ESS ES9028. And finally, the SMSL SU-1 with the AKM 4493S. The SMSL currently at $70 over at FX Audio. So let's talk about the sound differences. The PS100 definitely has slightly harsher vocals than the FX03. The FX03 also has slightly larger soundstage and slightly better layering, but it's pretty close. And the presentation on the FX03 is slightly more laid back as well. So going from $30 to $45, what you're really getting is an increase in that build quality, although the sound differences are slightly better. Now when we compare the FX03 to the SMSL SU-1, there's a much greater jump there. The SMSL SU-1 definitely outperforms in the sound quality aspect. The tricky part is really figuring out where the FX03 really has a place, because it only has one input, which is that USB-C. I think it's really better suited for a desktop situation where you're going to connect via USB-C cable from your computer over to this DAC, and then from the analog outs, either over to a dedicated headphone amplifier or to a set of desktop powered speakers. With the PS100, you get a slight decrease in sound quality, but you get a large decrease in build quality. I've had the PS100 for quite a while, and I only use it for testing. I bring it out to test and put it back away, and the acrylic front cover is already scratched up. Nothing on the top or the bottom, but the front panel is already scratched up. So for build quality, if you're a little rough or you have stuff lying around your desk, this metal casing of the FX03 will be a welcome feature. But don't count the PS100 out yet, because it has quite a few other features that the other two DACs don't. The first being Bluetooth, and the second being HDMI ARC. So the PS100 definitely has more flexibility to be used with your home stereo system and with your TV as well. It features the most inputs out of the bunch here, with a USB Type-C, digital coaxial, Toslink, and HDMI ARC. Then on the other spectrum, for $70, you have the SMSL SU-1, which also has more features. The SU-1, like the PS100, do have input selectors because they do have more than one inputs. The SU-1 having USB-C, digital coaxial, and Toslink as well. So once again, this can be used with a home system, with a TV, with a DVD, definitely with more options. Whereas the FX01, because of the single USB-C input, really does lock you into computer use. Build quality wise, the SU-1 and the FX03, solid aluminum, feel great. Feature wise, the PS100 wins. Sound quality, the SU-1 trumps the FX03 and the PS100 by a nice margin. If you really only have the extra $15 over the PS100, yes, the FX03 is going to give you a little bit of sound quality bump, but not at the level of the SU-1. Of these three, my recommendation still stands with the SU-1, but if $50 is your max budget, the FX03 will definitely give you better sound quality than what's coming out of your PC. I'd like to thank Hi-Fi College for sending out the FX03 for review, and I'll leave a link to their webpage, and I'll also put a link to these three units over on Amazon if you want to make a quick purchase. Next, I have a sound demo of all three of these, and you'll be hearing Tormenta by the Gorillaz featuring Bad Bunny, and I'll switch between the three DACs every 10 seconds. Let me know if you hear the difference down in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
The sun in is strong. Someone crying. Someone. Something to say. Someone crying.
Ey, y aprovechame hoy, que mañana me voy y no sé cuándo vuelvo. Si en tus ojos me pierdo Ey, ey, y yo no quiero ver el mundo arder, pero algo tan bonito no se puede perder. El reloj no quiere morder, pero en tus brazos me voy a esconder. Ey, pa' que no me encuentren. Todo el mundo siempre está pendiente, pero no saben lo que se siente. Cruza conmigo antes que se rompa el puente, y que se jode el resto. Quien dice lo que está correcto. Si el amor nunca ha sido perfecto, ojalá sea por siempre este momento. Pero si no, aprovechamos.
Something is said. Someone cry. Something is. Sounding is strong. Someone cry. Someone.